Guys, I hope you're having a fantastic time. I'm making this video because I want to teach you, I want to show you how do I base my trades. How do I use MarketCipher in order to trade in the short term, in the long term, in the mid term, to do scalping, swing trading, whatever. And this is a method that I kind of extrapolated from MarketCipher trading, Crypto Faces tutorial, but I'm pretty sure this is a variation of that, but it's more precise, if you want to call it like that. It's more complete, like it has the components that you need to be able to trade with an entry, with a stop loss, and with a take profit, and having those levels and not speculating how far can go the price, so that you can you need to close the position manually. Okay, so what it consists there's a very unique feature of MarketCipher, which is the money flow. I haven't been able to find this indicator anywhere else, so I think this is pretty unique for this indicator, and in general terms, this is a pretty good one. Okay, so what I tried to do at first is to do some technical analysis on the weekly and daily 12-hour, and then I go to the lower parts of the chart, lower time frames, and I mark down those levels in a more precise way. But this is just an average day trading routine. So what I specifically do is I look for money flow curve. Like I pick this I pick the arc, this one right here, for example. I put it yellow, but you can put any color that you want. And what I do is I separate. Let me add another MarketCipher B. I separate MarketCipher and I hide everything except for the money flow. Okay, and the zero line, of course. So you're gonna hide everything. You're gonna hide this, and I personally don't like the price line right there, so I remove it. And you're gonna see that you have a clearer picture of what specifically the money flow is telling you. And in this case, you can see the curvature pretty well compared to the one that is upside. So for example, what I do in order to trade is I pick the arc tool, this one right here, you can find in the brush section. I pick the arc and I try to pick the beginning of a cross in the money flow. For example, that one we want. And for example, if you don't if you don't know where the money flow ends, let's say you are like, let me just do this real quick. If we are like here, if we are analyzing the chart right here, and we don't know what's going to happen, you can estimate the curvature of the money flow by doing this. Okay, sorry, like that. But this is very important, guys. If you had the previous money flow, you can estimate the curvature of the money flow that is next, the one that is coming right here. And you can do this sort of average. This is like an average of the peaks of the money flow. Okay, MarketCipher Crypto Phase recommends to do this on average always, but you can pick, for example, the point, like a linear regression. This wouldn't be a linear regression. This would be a strange kind of regression, like a circular regression or something like that, arc regression. But you can pick the majority of the points that are at the peaks. For example, this one is a good one. And you're gonna project, you are gonna have a pretty nice look at what the money flow in the red is telling you. For example, you can estimate, you can set an estimate for the average of that money flow, so that you know that at some point you can estimate where it is gonna end. And why is this important? You're gonna see why. I'm gonna hit play. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. As you can see, I just predicted the money flow based on pure speculation. And you can do this several times in different time frames. And the way you operate is you want to take trades on past this point. Sorry, let me just do it right. You want to mark down half of the arc, and you want to take trades at this point. Ideally from, I would say, like this area of the money flow, like 2/3 of the curvature. That would be a pretty nice place to take longs. And this, as you can see, this is insane. Particularly this one, anchor waves at the end of a money flow, they're pretty freaking juicy. You can see right there. You just take that trade and look at the bottom that we catched. Sorry. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. And in order to calculate stop losses, you do pick your long position or your short position in the case you're shorting, and you wanna, in this case, we didn't have a, okay, we had the point right there. Okay, that is the exact point, the exact anchor point in which triggers. Okay, so you're gonna take the next candle open, and that's where you open your trade. Okay, look at that. Oh, sorry, I was there. So we got anchor wave, anchor dot, the next candle. I'm gonna delete this in order not to confuse you. The next candle open, which is this one. As you can see, this is the open, because that's where you can enter the trade after the dot has confirmed. You want to pick the low, the immediate low, or the low that appears to be more reasonable in order to your trading strategy or logic, and you project this to a 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Let's say right there. Sorry. 1.52. Okay. So that's why. That's where you take profits with this system, and you can complicate it a little bit more. Like, for example, adding Fibonacci's to this. You can add right there, and you can say, I'll take profit in 0.382, 50% of my trade, and then I'm gonna take profits on other Fibonacci levels. You can do that. You can personalize your strategy, but this, guys, this I promise you, this is pretty good. To be fair, I'm using this strategy since I spend a lot of time analyzing MarketCipher, just purely MarketCipher analysis, and I realized that the price had certain behaviors based on the money flow. So that's how I discovered where. Here we are in the 4-hour. Let's try to do some back testing right here. You can see that the money flow is ending. You can take that one or that one, for example, and if you do the thing, a short position, that is the candle of the red dot. that is the open of the next candle, that is the high, and 1.5, sorry, 1.5 is right there. There you got it, a profitable trade. Okay, profitable trade, and that is exactly 3.15%. You can do like 5x leverage and you get 15% or so. So this strategy is pretty good, especially in the larger time frames. In the shorter time frames, I haven't tested it a lot, but I know it works. Look at that. For example, let's pick anything, any possible trade right here. You can see a money flow across, a curvature, and you can see that the red dot is right there. Okay, so where you took the trade, where do you take the trade? Where it was, right there. Okay, that was, you took it at the open of the next candle, and you pick a high, a reasonable high, and you project that 1.5 risk to reward. Look at that, look at that, it's amazing. Look at that, it played out a week, like by a week, but it worked. It worked, and after, you can see that it played too. So that's my strategy. I hope you guys get something valuable from this, and peace.